Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Rodgers now to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
First down, Green Bay.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. First and 10 at the 19. Now Rodgers. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 yards there and a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. Now it's Rodgers. The quick slant caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jimmy Graham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He's coming.
They begin with a run by Smith. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch tight end.
Mahomes going to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Dean Lowry with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Check.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try pressure advantage.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Yellow. Yellow. Check me out. Like 4
On 1st down, Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The tight end, Kelsey, was the intended target. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. At their own 20-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit.
Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Get ready. Get ready. Watch the edge.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Line 42, line 42. Watch QB drop. Watch QB
Mahomes now on 1st down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he's still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's got this down to the 35. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Give him 30 yards there.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it first and goal to go.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Well, we want to remind you that coming up tomorrow night on Monday Night Football, we have a couple of throwback heavyweights of the AFC from the 1970s, the Dolphins and the Steelers. From Heinz Field, kickoff at 8:15 Eastern Time. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Rodgers to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Bryant with a catch right side. Nifty footwork at the 45. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a first down carry by Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, 88. Hey, 626. You got tight. right there. Nice.
Throwing now is Rodgers. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Right there. All day, baby.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On third down, here's Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
Let's go, D.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Eluding the pressure right. Going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Not that time for Watkins, but it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Mike 15. Here we go, D. Mike 47. Let's go. I got one.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Motion, check. Shift.
Hey, 57.
Check, 40. Wow. Move. D. 42's the mic. Let's go.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Being chased out left. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Got a man. It's Johnson. End zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Ty Johnson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. The point after is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that...
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. That sack was by Isaiah Oliver from his cornerback position. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot. You ain't going nowhere.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, Mike's 42. Here we go.
And they start the second half with Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dean Lowry, his 2nd sack of the night. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Stepping out with his man, their zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Watch the backer.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Mahomes to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff, running left is Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense. Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go ahead and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
To throw is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
try to get the offense going with Johnson. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Attack, attack.
Now here's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 81 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check, check, check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. Let's go. Mike 42. Mike 42. Hey, 57. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike's 42.
And the blitz does come. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. Flush to his right, and seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And left side here, it's Graham. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Rodgers to his tight end Graham on a big one, 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll try the right side with Jones. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Off the bootleg, Rodgers looking downfield for Jones. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Rodgers to throw on 3rd down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 24 yards. Now it's Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. To throw on 3rd down, Rodgers. Hard throw, incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game.
A 26-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Check, 42. Yellow. Check, 42. Yellow. Come smoke. 42's Mike. 42's Mike. No gain on this defense. No gain. Mike 42. All day. Hey, Mike. Yellow. Mike 42. Mike 43.
Looking to throw is Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Mike 42. Come on, D. Mike 42. Hey, watch this empty. Watch his flat. Let's go, Mike 42.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Davis now to return it. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 23. They'll run with a pickup. This is Williams. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. On second down, it's Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Set. 60 or. Double time. 3 down.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
He's checking.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Chiefs, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record.